right. I'm not going to render a prayer. I'm not a real religious person, but I'm going to invite you guys to render your own prayers in your own time. What you believe, or what you want to think, or what you want to say. Say it within yourselves, because that's where you'll all hold him, and we are thankful for that. He made that kind of impression upon all of you. I had to live with him for a long time. And it was, and it was vengeance, right? Yeah, I know how it worked. It was like, all right, my folks had Phil. Where you at, Phil? He's the youngest yet, just ask him. Then they had our late brother Joe, and then they thought maybe two's enough. Now wait a minute. We need to get a vengeance baby. That was me. And then they had to have one they really loved, and that was Dave. All right. So anyway, we grew up like all brothers do. We battled back and forth, each one trying to outdo the other. I can tell you a million stories. I'm just going to save a few here to give you right now. We used to play a game called, well, first of all, years ago, and I know Phil can remember this because he was part of the search party, or about to be part of the search party. Dave, when we lived in Central City, Colorado, for anybody who doesn't know, that's right up in the Rockies. He was 2.5 years old. He disappeared. We could not find him. The folks were in a panic. Phil was part of the mountain rescue group, and they were getting everybody together. The whole town was gathering together. And just as they were getting ready to leave, here come Dave walking out from the crawl space under the car, or under the house. So that was one of his little tricks that he liked to do. The other one was, we went down a couple days later. My dad says, well, why don't you guys go get some ice cream down the street? I think I was, let's see, if he was 2.5, I was about 6. Went down to get ice cream. Now this will give you an idea of the weird set of values that the Crippen family has. Went down, we both got an ice cream cone. We were walking back up home, and Dave, klutz that he was, dropped his. All right? So he looked, he's crying like a banshee, and I looked over and I said, what are you crying about? He says, I don't have any ice cream. I said, don't worry about that. And of course, I did the right thing as a brother. I threw mine down. So none of us had ice cream. That used to work with my brother Joe, too. Joe was the minister of justice as we were growing up. He would be there and he'd say, Dave and I'd get in a little argument, and Joe would say, there's only one way to finish this, and that's Crippen Style, we're going to fight. And both Dave and I are going, what? He said, yeah. He said, Mel, you're going to fight Dave. Well, that makes sense. So he would take us down in the basement of the house. He would put us in opposite corners because he was going to be the referee. And then he'd say, I got to make this a fair fight. And I said, what? And he would tie one hand behind my back, like this, so it's a fair fight. I still beat the shit out of him. But, you know, it was always justice. We were playing with our guns that we got for Christmas, and Dave's broke. Crippen Style of justice. Joe came over, he was babysitting us. He broke mine. It was just the way we were. We played off of each other. We used to play a little game during the winter time. We'd go out and we'd build these big snow forts. And then we'd build a thing, we'd build a bar. Our family, anybody who doesn't know, our families were in the bar business quite a bit. Generations of bar business people. So we built a little bar out back there. And we decided we'd play a game. It was called Bartender, Truck Driver. All right? He was bartender, I was truck driver. And I'd come up and I'd say, hey, give me a whiskey. And he said, I'm not serving you. Well, of course, a fight went on. I grabbed him, I drug him over that snow bank, threw him in the snow, and just pummeled him, right? Pretty soon he says, oh, that's no fun. He said, let me be the truck driver. I said, all right. He said, give me a whiskey. I said, you're not allowed in here. At one time, he had one of the nicest bikes that they put out, the Mustang bike. How many remember the Mustang? Maybe some of you do. The high handlebars, the banana seat. He did have a rather strange shaped butt. I think it was a banana seat. Stingray would be another example. Yeah. So we decided, some friends of ours had a bicycle built for two. Well, we knew we couldn't afford a bicycle built for two. So we decided that we could take my Roadmaster with center horn. and undo his front tire and take his spokes and tighten it on the back of my bike on the back tire. And then we decided we'd go out in front of the house, which had the biggest hill we could find, and take it for a test drive. But we got about a third of the way down that hill, and we were going fast. I mean, it was a big hill out there on Virginia. And all of a sudden I heard a noise behind me, and I looked back, and there's Dave and his bike sliding down the street like Uncle Scabby, I called him for a while. But then, it wasn't about 3 weeks later, and he was out working on his bike, and he would never let me ride it. No, you can't ride that bike. So he conveniently went in the house, and I thought, here you go. Guess who's riding your bike, fella? Got out there, and I'm going down the street on the bike, same hill. Next thing I know, the handlebars are in my hands and the seat falls off. So I scabbed up for a little while too. He was a man of justice. He was a man of charity. He was a man with a big heart. We stole the line from Will Rogers. He never met anybody he didn't like, and he liked everybody. I was telling him the other day as he passed on Wednesday, I said, I noticed, and I'm a little ashamed of this, I noticed that everybody else was kind of busy, so I grabbed his wallet. That's what a brother would do, right? Then I remembered it was his, and I put it back. He never lacked for friends, and he remembered everybody. He would always have to tell me, you know who that is, don't you? No, I don't think. Why don't you remember? No, I don't think so. And then he's talking about somebody that ran the Derby station. I mean, how many times do you meet the guy at the Derby station? 40 years ago. He's throwing the name out. And he's shocked, that kid. But he went fairly easily. It was a little longer than some people, but you know what? Not so long. We got 2.5 years with him that we did not expect, and we are thankful for every moment of it. He was a fighter. He never wanted to know whether there was a projection on when he was going to die or not. He said, I'm just going to keep fighting and fighting and fighting until the end. And as we got near the end, we found out that he just had a little time left, but he didn't want to know. So we kept going, and he said, if I ever know, I'm afraid I'll quit fighting, and I'll just give up. And I said, I don't think that's your style, but whatever you want to do here. But towards the end there, some good friends of ours brought the Echo. Is anybody familiar with the Echo? It's a little cylinder, yeah. It'll turn on your TV or whatever you program into it, it'll do it. So our friends set it up for him. I came over, I think that after my son and I came over that afternoon. And I said, what's this little thing? He said, that's a device, it'll turn on things. You just do voice command. And I said, well, that's really cool. I said, show me how it works. He said, Encore, turn on the TV. Nothing happened. Encore, play some music. Nothing happened. Encore, give me weather. Nothing happened. He says, well, goddamn thing's broke already. I said, well, let me give it a try. Echo, turn on the music. Here's the capper though, kids. So we go through it. We sit there a little bit, have a conversation. And I said, well, we're going to go. We're going to head on home. And he goes, yeah. And I said, you want some music? He says, yeah. He says, I think I'll have to play some Beatles or something like that. I said, okay. Here he goes. Encore. And as I went out the door, I said, I love you, brother. And Echo, I love you too. And I'll be damned if the damn things. Then he goes, thank you. I love you. That's who he was. That's who he will always be. You guys know his passions. They're all up here in front of us, except for my brother. He loved him to death. You've all been so kind. We cannot possibly thank all of you for the kindnesses you've shown him over these many years. As I said, this is family out here today. Brothers, sisters, all of you out there. You may not have met each other, you may not have been in the same room at the same time, but you all surrounded his life, and that makes you family to us. And you will always be family. And we want to thank you. He will eventually be interred out at Avon Cemetery. And of course he's up here. I always said he made an ass of himself when he was alive, and he's made an ass of himself in death. He said, well, one thing I do remember towards the end, he looked over at me and said, you know, I never know if I'm dying or not because you've been consistent, brother. And I said, what's that? He says, you always treated me like shit. So we love each and every one of you. Please stay, enjoy the food, talk your stories, get to know each other. You're all family, all right? Make sure you sign the book and just enjoy, celebrate his life. This is what he would have wanted you to do. Holly and Ryan over here have been so generous and kind to us in helping out with this service. And it just shows you he had that kind of effect on people. And there's so many, Lorna and Frank, of course, that provided some food, and all of you who brought food. What more could we ask except doggy bags, right? In other words, yes.
Just to interject right before you cap off.
Yeah. Don't cap me off. Yeah.
You talked about a stingray. Well, there was a group of us in Shelton called us the Southside Pedal Pushers.
I remember that.
And Dave and I used to connive to try and get Rod Davis's bike because it was chrome.
That's right.
To find out how we could take it from him. And but one other thing, you said the games you used to play, and I just want to say one thing, Bill. Because Dave can say that now, because after it happened, for probably the next 15 years, we teased each other about it. More like Dave teased me, but Mel, if you could, pretend like I'm not here.
We did that all
We used
the
to
time.
play Ghost.
You know, Ray.
After school, and,
Yeah,
and
we were the
would all
hangout.
go through the house and hide.
We were the hangout.
Yeah.
We were the hangout for all the kids. Mom was off to work. We had the hangout. My mother would come home and she'd go, I don't know whether some of you remember, Highland Potato Chip used to have those big 5-gallon cans. Tin, yeah. My mom would buy one on Saturday. She'd come home Monday night and there'd be 5 pounds of potato chips gone. But then she'd look at Dave, it was a little heavy.
I got to say one more thing about that. Actually,
Okay.
it had a remote control.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Will's afraid too. So I said, Dave, tell him to play whatever you want. He said, play Jimi Hendrix. I said, play Dave. He said, I'm going to come up with that. I did that to him 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's been Irish all his life, but the one thing that and I was always German, he could never figure that out. I think Mom might have been a little promiscuous, I don't know, but
A.E. Dairy.
yeah, oh, the Crippen boys love A.E. Dairy. But anyway, yeah, we think about all those times, and that's what we want you guys to think about and share. What? Do you have another story, Gary? You know where you are, pal?
Where am I?
Annie, did you get back to home yet?
Is this Lincoln High School?
I tell you what was great for me. This is a terrible thing to say when someone dies, but I've gotten to see so many of you I haven't seen for years, and I'm really enjoying this in its own way. I hope you know that. It's made you all closer to me. You've always been close to me in thoughts and spirit, but I don't get a chance to see you near as much as I want to, you know, living way up north, 30 miles. Oh, excuse me. Dave? He told me. Time to stop. Thank you, everybody. Bless you. Okay, I got one prayer I want to do with you, all right? You say, what's with him? Danny, I told him I was going to do an encore. I grabbed what Gary did to make it my encore. Here you go. I know it's going to be hard for some of you, especially my brother, Phil. It will be tough. All right? Here's our prayer. On the count of 3, go Cubbies.
Yes.
All right.
Amen.
1,
Sam.
2, 3.
Go Cubbies!
Thank you.
I feel the same way. Something in this. Voice recording me? Oh yeah, you know it. You know it, my son.
Got on YouTube and looked up the $100.
Get this one. Get this one.
G. Gordon Prescott.
Yeah. Yeah. Came down with Ken. Oh yeah.
And then
Down the Colton Style.
Yeah, and so they were like,
this is like some beauty access.
Where's our ex-wife hair? Like the 80s. My dad was like, oh, the black there's my dad. Your elbow, that's my daddy. Yeah. Hey, Dad. This is my family. That's my grandma. I don't know what I look like, apparently.
Closer.
Yeah. That's gotta be true. Kind of hard to see. A lot of them are just, you know, parents and all the family together. So what I take after. Big fat Dave face right there. He always is like, this is just like my daughter. This is just like my daughter. He wanted to see you. Okay. You know, I'm so glad that you guys got to come together. I know. That was, I did everything that I could. Hang on for a minute. I'm gonna grab Dexter. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna get Dexter. I love you. I love you more than anything. I don't want to make your words clear. As far as that goes.
All the big movies this week.
You did everything.
I did everything.